I'm going to talk a little bit about China Camp State Historical Park and the connection it has with the Pacific Rim. And the Pacific Rim includes everything from pretty much San Francisco all the way up to the Pacific Northwest and into the coast of Alaska, all the way up to the Bering Sea. The Chinese were definitely a part of the fabric of the society. They were needed for the labor, for the fishing industry. And this was China Camp in the early days. And you'll probably recognize some of this. This probably looks very similar to some of the facilities you've seen in the older Alaska sites. This is a shrimp processing facility. So in this case, you'll notice up on the hillside, you've got that kind of white square, kind of right up, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, but above the rooftops, those are all drying shrimp. And here are some of the guys that are actually grading the shrimp in this particular facility. This is taking place in approximately the 1920s. This is some of the natural settings that we have here, but you'll notice it's a rugged coastline, and you'll recognize some of the icons here. This is Rat Rock Island, but you'll probably see similar types of coastlines in Alaska. The foreground is the area where I'm at, and then the background where those hills are, that's Marin County. That's leading up to Sonoma and ultimately to Napa Valley. And in this picture, we're only about 15 minutes away from the Golden Gate Park. That's how close we are to everything. You'll see shrimp drying facilities in this particular location, but you'll see similar things in the Alaska fisheries, and these are all done by the Chinese community. This one here is the area where they would lay the shrimps out on the side of this hill above the buildings, and this is what you would be basically seeing every day. Now, this is an interesting picture. This is from the San Francisco Maritime Society, and this is in Alaska, and these are some of the foreign workers. I don't see any Chinese in this one, but this one has Portuguese. It has Filipinos, and it looks like there may be a couple Chinese. I think the guy on the right, the third one in, is probably from China. And they're packaging salmon in this picture. These guys are all from the Guangdong region of China, and you can tell by the cues in their head that this happened before the 1911 revolution, so they're still subjects of the Ming Dynasty. And of course, these guys would all bring their families, so you would see the traditional families, the children wearing the costumes. These people, they're probably from Toisan province in China, based on their outfits. We see these people in San Francisco. It's part of who we are, and I actually know a lot of their present relatives. So it's a fantastic history, and you'll see this in Alaska too. You'll have a Chinatown there. All right, so I'm back at the museum. Here, I'll put my little bubble in the middle. And I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to enjoy my video. I hope you've learned a little something about fisheries and the Chinese influence on that. And if you have a minute, go to the museum in Anchorage and learn a little bit about this history. And you'll also have an appreciation. When you see a Chinatown, there's a reason for that. And a lot of it stems from immigration patterns like this, when they came out to support the fishing industry, or in our case, it started out with fisheries and then went into the railroads. The Chinese built the railroads, the transcontinental railroads. They have such an impact on our local societies. Well, that's it. I've enjoyed sharing what I know for now. I could go a lot deeper, but I only have a few minutes. My name's Craig Stuart Adams. I'm from San Francisco, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you for watching.